What's up guys, Gisha here, and I'm walking past my PlayStation collection today to get into the PS1 era and find 5 hidden gems of games that, in my opinion, don't get enough love. So let's showcase them here. This will be through different genres, so yeah, let's just take a look. First up, I'm gonna get real close here and pull one of my favorite RPGs of all time, Legend of Legaia. So if you've never heard of this game, this is an RPG that is very unique in the fact that how attacks work. So typically in an RPG, right, you swing, you either attack, you defend, you use magic, but here attacking is not just pushing a button, it's setting a set of movements. So you can do up, down, left, right, and that determines if you can get combos. And so doing that can unlock new moves, you can do more damage, and you can kind of chain combos together. And it's just very unique for that reason, in my opinion. Additionally, I have the demo here that just looks really nice. And yeah, I think everybody should play it, especially if you're into RPGs. You know, the PS1 era of RPGs is great, in my opinion, and I think that's one of the standouts that does not get enough love. The next game I want to talk about is an action-adventure game for the PS1, and it's of a very well-known saga, but in my opinion, this game does not get enough love. So this is Pitfall 3D Beyond the Jungle, and it's just awesome. It's just an isometric view of a 3D character, very hard, very painful in some jumps and some moves, but it's just really good, especially if you play like the Atari games or even the Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo versions of Pitfall. You know what you're used to, but this is in 3D and it's just difficult but very rewarding when you get that jump just right. I think that it has some funny voice acting and some good music, and yeah, it's just a lot of fun. Now when people say Bomberman, they think of the classic NES game. But I grew up with this Bomberman actually, and I think that more people should play it. So this is Bomberman World, where you go through different planets and beating the bosses and collecting crystals and whatnot. And you know, it's Bomberman, it has a few upgrades, it has some 3D graphics, but it's just fun, right? It's a Bomberman game, it's fun, and you go through the different planets and different levels. I was used to the NES game, which was very similar, right? And this is very different, right? Each planet has its own style, its own music, and its own type of enemies. Some move faster, some move slow, as well as a bunch of new upgrades. Now, if you're like me, when you hear about Disney games, right, your Tarzans, your Monsters Inc., you just kind of go past them. But if I could just recommend one Disney game for everybody, that would be, believe it or not, Toy Story 2. And the reason for that is this is a really fun, you know, as close as open world as it gets, I think, for a Disney game on the PS1 era. There's quests on every level and collectibles and just really entertaining gameplay. Not so much the story, you know, if you've seen the movie, you know what the story's about, but I love the gameplay in it and the platforming, as well as the puzzles and just finding all the secrets. I recently purchased it on the PSN because the digital version of it has trophies, and so I had fun replaying that, collecting all the trophies. Now I remember the time when Pokemon and Digimon were out and were kind of fresh and new in the first few seasons, and that was the good times, the good old times for those types of media that we all consume, right? So back in the PS1, I did have all the Digimon games, but one that I probably dedicated the most time, close to the most time, is Digimon Card Battle. So this is a trading card game that it gets a little bit of heat because it's very narrow as far as what it's trying to do, but the gameplay is really, really fun. It's easy to pick up, and I just really enjoy making sure that I collect all the cards. So those are some of my favorite PS1 games that, in my opinion, don't get enough love. And yeah, let me know what you think. If I missed any, if there are others that you think deserve to be on this list, maybe I'll make a follow-up. In the meantime, take care, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.